for every house.
So I can say that when you are looking at new versus pre-existing, some of the things you might want to think about is what has that previous owner done to maintain it?
Yeah.
If that house is more than 5 years old, you know, who is maintaining it? Was it the short-term rental company or was it the homeowner? And when's the last time the homeowner came in and checked?
Yeah.
Are they depending on that property manager to do all that for you? So if you're buying a new house, you go in with a fresh start. You can keep up with your own maintenance records. And I think that that's a huge plus. If you can't do the new home, get those maintenance records, because you've even offered to walk into pre-existing homes with me, with buyers, you know, to say, well, that they were your friends.
Yeah, they were friends.
So
but
I
it's
think
still one of those deals of I think this goes back to you know, extremely important to find a local realtor, find someone who knows the area, who can get you those questions answered, who know what questions to ask.
Yeah.
And that's when it comes back to making sure you have that local rep.
Local rep, yeah.
That's extremely important.
That's important, but that's those buyer agent reps. Well, if it's new, it may not be in that location you want.
Yeah, that is true. I mean,
So,
we are getting. They're not making any more property.
I say that all the time.
So
They're not making any more beachfront property.
That is the advantage of a pre-existing home over potentially a new home. I mean, we try to do a great job of buying quality property, and I feel like that's very important. That's been something we've stood behind the entire time.
But it's not that easy anymore.
But it's not very easy
at all.
And
it's not cheap.
And it's not cheap.
So for buyers who are coming down who have to have that location, let's say brother lives another house down, there's not going to be another house that's going to work for them. You're not going to be able to compete with that.
You can't compete with that.
But if it's, or they have to be beachfront and you don't have anything, a spec or a new home available, then that's their choice. But if that's not the case, then if they're looking at pre-existing versus new, then those are the choices they have to make. You know, do you want that new home or do you want that pre-existing?
Yeah, and again, it goes back to that deal, like you say. There's a house for every buyer and a buyer for every house.